This is Jeremiah chapter 50 and 45, and we read, Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purpose, that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. In this particular video, it's going to be an in transit / righteous rant, news update as well. I'm going to talk about what's going on right now in the Middle East. All right. As of yesterday, Tuesday, I don't believe it was 24 hours ago from right now. Happened like Tuesday around like 4 o'clock, I believe. Iran launches a missile strike, launching about 180 missiles to Israel. All right. And Israel is saying that they intercepted 90 to 90+% of the missiles shot. But Iran, on the other hand, is saying they hit Israel. 90+% of the missiles shot, they said they hit their targets. So that's neither here nor there. But there is video footage of it, which we're about to get into this video when I'm driving. I want to play it. There's video footage of missiles being shot, missiles in the air, you can see them. And some did strike the ground. There were explosions, all right? Now, what is America's stance? Now, America been said that they stand with Israel no matter what, all right? And as of today, they're reiterating this. The White House vows, see that? They vow severe consequences. See, America been wanting to do something to Iran the whole time, all right? But they said they vow severe consequences after defeated and ineffective Iran attack on Israel, but won't say what. So they're not going to say what the severe consequences is. But, they're taking shots. They're saying a defeated and ineffective attack on Israel. But it wasn't. It wasn't ineffective, and it wasn't defeated from what I saw. Israel does have an Iron Dome system, which is a missile defense system. But Iran, I believe, shot missiles over Israel before. And they intercepted about a good 99% of them. And one missile got through. And they said they killed somebody, like a little girl or something like that. The shrapnel fell down and killed like a little girl or something like that. You could go look up the article for the specifics. But Iran said that they okay with that, because they were just showing their capabilities, and also if they were to put a nuclear warhead on those missiles, well, that's the only thing they needed to do was get that close, So they basically were showing Israel like, hey, watch yourself. But as of yesterday, Iran did shoot missiles on Israel. United States and Israel are ready for retaliation against Iran. I was reading a few things that I got written down. The Biden administration is working with Israel on how to respond right now. There is a video that this heathen right here is going to play, and I suggest you give that a listen. All right. And I brought that precept out is because the least of the flock shall draw them out. Going back to that Jeremiah chapter 50 and 45. Who's the least of the flock? The least of the flock is the Edomites. The specific Edomites is talking about these Amalekites. All right, the small hats. Amalek. All right, that's the least of the flock. Shall draw them out. Who's the them? America. And where's it going to draw America out to? The battle that's going to be taking place over there in the Middle East. The battle of Armageddon. All right? Being drawn to what? The valley of Jehoshaphat. The valley of the Lord's judgment. Yahweh's judgment. Yahweh Shabbat. All right, we see prophecy jumping off of the page right now. But so don't be surprised if you see some attacks, some false flags, some attacks happen here on U.S. soil, and they start shutting shit down, and you know, some way somehow that MOTB, that charagma is going to be into play. Because don't forget, the MOTB has to be implemented, has to be made mandatory before World War III pops off. But we are at the end, all right? And they said that they're going to retaliate probably today, probably as today, right now, all right? So keep your ear to the ground on that. But with no further ado,
more developing news coming after the attacks that we saw launched against Israel today from Iran. I'm going to give you the latest as we are hearing that there will be some severe retaliations coming. This coming from the United States and Israel, saying Iran will be attacked. Take a look at some of the headlines coming out. The White House, the United States, vows there will be, quote, severe consequences after a, quote, defeated and ineffective Iran attack on Israel. But they won't say what is going to be unfolding here. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the details that are coming out on this, what they are saying as the United States and Israel is saying, prepare for retaliation. And some sources are saying this literally could be coming out today. They're saying that tonight in Israel, we might see retaliation for what has unfolded. I'm going to share with you this, and also take a look at the live feeds coming out. Now, this just recently changed on me. It says Netanyahu says that Iran made a, quote, big mistake with the missile attack, and they will pay for it. Now, this had previously said that the Biden administration said that they were working with Netanyahu and Israel to have a response that will be retaliation for what Iran has done, but it is now updated. This is the live feed. I'm going to be sharing with you what's coming out, and take a look at this as well. We received this from Israel's defense minister, and I'm going to share with you exactly what he said, so that way you can see it for yourself. Now, I actually did not have an English translation for this, so I had to do a Google Translate for you, so that way you can go ahead and know exactly what he is saying. As you're saying, there's going to be consequences and responses. They're currently doing a situation review as to what unfolded, and I'm going to share with you everything that is going on, the latest updates coming out today at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time today, October the 1st, 2024, as we are hearing that those retaliatory strikes from Iran unfolded, and we are now hearing that things are going to be escalating. The United States and Israel will be responding. So I'm going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest, and a lot of people are saying that this is the beginnings of World War III. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, if you appreciate the updates, do me a quick favor before I dive in. Take a second, please hit that like button for me. Just takes a second, spreads this out further so more people can get the latest information. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. I'm keeping you up to speed on everything. And also, in addition to that, all of these articles, the news updates, everything that I pull, I cite it just like a book report. I link it in the description so that way you can see it for yourself. Try to hold myself accountable to the community so that way you know that it is the latest information and you see all the sources from which I am getting everything. Also, additional resources for you and your family linked down below if you're looking to get EM potentially could be unfolding here as we are seeing major warnings across the board. Those resources are linked in the description below for you as well. But let's go ahead and dive right in. I see Angel Lawrence saying, Steve, Ram, we are those monthly contributions. Thank you so much for that. I see that he is saying World War III. There's still a chance to de-escalate, drop a 4. But while you're dropping, well, actually, first, let me go ahead.
Salakia, the heathen's talking a little too much. I'm going to skip it so he gets inside of the news.
Ahead and do this translation. I spent some time doing this translation for you, so let me go ahead and bust this out so that way you can see what it was that they had to say. So this coming out today, and let me go ahead and do the translation as they had said that there will be severe consequences for what unfolded. Now, the translation from Hebrew to English, and I literally didn't find this anywhere, like no one was translating it, so I had to take time to do Google Translate on it. He said, "Good evening. At this point, we do not detect any further threats from Iran in Israel's airspace. You can come out of your sheltered areas. but you must continue to comply with the instructions of the Home Front Command. I would like to ask you to continue to behave responsibly and to be alert. During our defense, we had quite a few interceptions that are a few hits in the center of Israel. So we had quite a few interceptions of the missiles. There are a few hits in the center of Israel. And in a few places in the southern region, we are still doing a situation estimate. We don't know of anyone who's been injured. And that is thanks to your behavior, to your responsible behavior. And we also ask you not to give information to the enemy and not to pass any locations or documentation from places that were impacted. So they're saying the places that we're going to be divulging that were impacted, please do not share. He said, we are both on the defense and on the offense. We are going to protect the citizens of Israel. There will be implications to these launches, and we will retaliate whenever and wherever we choose to do so. I will be here later this evening in order to inform you on any developments. Please continue to be responsible. Questions. And this coming out from YLN News. Can we expect any further launches? And he says, like I told you, I come here after situation estimate with the chief of the general staff. We've been updated by the Air Force, by our partners from the United States, as well as at this point, we do not detect any further threats from Israel's airspace. And this is why we gave the instructions to leave sheltered areas, and we continue to monitor the situation. And if any changes in the instructions occur, we will update you. Channel 12 says, will the IDF respond soon? Like I said, he said, we have plans. We are very strongly prepared on the offensive, and we are going to hold a situation estimate, and we are going to act whenever and wherever we choose to. Several other questions were asked, but they started to get repetitive, and I started getting tired of translating because it was basically the same stuff. He did not give too much more information on that, just that they don't believe that there was too much damage done. They said that they believe that there was one loss of life. Turned out it was actually someone from, I think it was a Palestinian from Gaza, if I remember correctly, and they said it was shrapnel that fell. So the vast majority of these that hit did not hit their intended targets. They fell into open space. Israel is saying the areas that were hit, they're doing a reconnaissance of everything that took place, and they're going to keep people updated at this time. They are, and the United States, assessing the response that is going to be coming, and they're saying that it is going to be coming. Angel Lawrence, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says pray for Israel. Amen to that. Please put praying hands if you're going to be what's going on here. And let's take a look at this article coming out. Now, this one coming out from the New York Post says the White House vows severe consequences. So the U.S. saying there will be severe consequences after defeated and ineffective Iran attack on Israel, but won't say what exactly it is. Now, this coming out at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so coming out just a little bit over an hour ago. And the article says, the White House promised Tuesday that Iran would face, quote, severe consequences for its ballistic missile attacks against Israel on Tuesday, but refused to detail what those might be. The U.S. helped Israel successfully counter the roughly 180 missiles.
So the U.S. helped Israel counter that missile strike. You see that? Now, Iran is about that retaliatory retaliation. Iran is trying to assassinate former President Donald Trump because when Donald Trump was president, he assassinated one of the top generals. So now Iran want blood with Donald Trump. Now you see this, I'm trying to tell you, World War III is right around the corner. MOTB is right around the corner. Keep your ear to the ground, Israel.
That Tehran lobbed at the Jewish state. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters, as the Pentagon noted that the American destroyer USS Cole and USS Bulkley launched about a dozen interceptors at Iranian projectiles. This attack appeared to have been defeated and ineffective, Sullivan emphasized. We are proud of the action that we've taken alongside Israel to protect and defend Israel. He went on to...
All right, well, that's pretty much the gist of it. He's going to keep on reading the articles, reiterating basically the same thing. You know, World War III, is brewing. All right, that means what? The MOTB is even closer, Something's going to happen that's going to bring forth that MOTB. All right, and that has to happen, once again, before World War III pops. But anyway, I hope this was edifying. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.